Okay, so just got called out here to this one as well. 2009 Honda Accord with the 2.4. Had a code in there for P0339. So, quickly I came over here just to see what the 339 was. I knew it had something to do with the crank sensor circuit. But when I pulled up service info, the very first thing I looked for in there was a technical service bulletin. And as I came across that technical service bulletin, it basically says here that if it's within this VIN to this VIN, and it sets a 339 and a possible misfire code as well, that there is a programming update, which I'll scroll down slow for you guys. You guys can go over it again later on. But essentially, there's a programming update there to do the software update, and then afterwards do a crank relearn. So I'm going to show you guys what I had to do. Now, first thing I did, of course, is I went outside there and I verified, do we have actually a good crank signal? I know that they had replaced the crank sensor. They told me OEM, but I just wanted to be 100% sure. I've got the battery maintainer out there already going, and it's pouring rain out here, so I'm going to try to sit in here and do this for you. From the Honda website, you can, when you download all your information there, they have a J2534 app. I'm sure somebody else will do a video on how to get all this. But it is available to you, and Honda does not charge for their programming updates. So this is what you'll go into here. You're going to see a little menu that comes up over here that says J2534 rewrite. There it is right there. That'll be your little icon that you'll have. And let me put it back over here so we can actually watch it. And we're going to come in here and hit start. And it's going to sit there and look at our calibration files. Hit next. Use a battery booster. I wouldn't call it a battery booster while reprogramming the vehicle, but that's what we'll do. We'll hit the next button, and it goes into CM update. It'll tell us whether or not it's a valid, I believe that's what it says. I think it tells you whether or not it's valid for an update. PGMFI. I'm sure you guys can hear that rain just coming down non-stop out here. Come on now. Are we actually done? I think we actually are done. We'll hit the select button. Current program file is 43L570. And if we come over here and we look, let's see. These are the updated numbers that'll be on here. So my guess is that since we have 43L570, we're going to end up at 43L580. That's my guess. Let's see. Actually, we can tell, I think. So the program part number, it looks like even that changed over there. The program part number, 37805R43L59. So as long as it requires an update, and I really got to make this thing sit still. We hit the enter button. Press enter button to start the control module update, which we will, and it's going to do that update for us. After that's done, I'll end up hooking up my launch, probably my launch, and then I'll start to do the crank relearn. I don't think I'm going to keep you guys with me for that, or if I do, it'll be a second part. But that's just a simple procedure. Follow the instructions on the scan tool. Don't try to do it manually, it will not work. So we'll let it go through. The Honda ones are pretty quick. Doesn't take very long. I did have a request for some more singing on video. I think I'm going to pass that up though, just for the sake of keeping a few subscribers here and there. Not that I don't appreciate the compliment on my Wheels on the Bus song, but I think that it's probably unnecessary. So PGMIF completed. Let me turn the ignition switch off. And turn it back on within 60 seconds. So the previous programming ID was 43L570. The updated program ID is 43L590. So even this bulletin has been superseded, which kind of makes sense though, because again, that program part number was 59 here and 58 there. So that's what it is. It's that bottom one there, that KL. And so now that programming update is done. So anyhow, that's all I wanted you guys to see. Just a quick, easy, do a quick update on it. Hit system search, I didn't mean to. Let me cancel on that and go back out of that. So very simple. It's a matter of just going in there and actually reading through your service information. And if you got a code and something like that with the crank sensor, you know, this car probably did not need one, but they replaced it anyway just to be on the safe side, which I guess is okay. And at least they did buy a Honda one. I'm not upset about that. So if you do happen to come across something and it doesn't seem to make sense to you, you know, make sure you always go in there and check on your TSBs. If you just went in there and looked up the P0339, like let me go in here and do this, and we were just going to go into regular DTC troubleshooting, you know, there's no mention in here. You would sit there and go through and look for noise and everything else. And is the crank noise okay? Yes. Well, it must be an intermittent failure. The system's okay at this time. You know, everything there is going to say intermittent must be okay at this time. It's not okay. There's more to it than just that. This is the idle learn procedure. Let's see if we can go in here and find the procedure for you guys so we can see the crank relearn. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So do the crank pattern relearn procedure. Go to this one, initial inspection and diagnostic. And it's got to be in here somewhere. Come on now. We know you're here. There it is, right there. So that's the crank relearn procedure. If I choose to do it on video, I'm not really sure yet. With this rain, I think I just want to keep on moving along. But this is how you would do it. And then learn procedure without the HDS. Start the engine, hold the engine speed at 3,000 without load. I got to tell you guys, I've actually tried this before, not successfully. Test drive the vehicle on a level road. Decelerate with the throttle fully closed from an engine speed of 2,500 RPM down to 1,000 RPM with the automatic trans in second gear. You know, out here in New York City, not so easy to do, but I'll leave that up there for you guys so you guys can see what that procedure was. You can always slow it down, just change the play speed, and you'll be able to see what the procedure actually is. In the meantime here, I'm just going to go out there, throw the launch on this thing, get it done, get out of this rain, and keep on moving. All right, so just another quick video for you. Again, always watch your service info.